Hello, it's me. I've been shopping again. I've been to I've been to an auction on Thursday, and then I went to the Dawn Scott Antique Show in Columbus on Saturday, and found all kinds of wonderful treasures. I've already shared the auction treasures with you, and I laid everything out. I know a lot of you like to see the things I get, and we talk about the things that I get and what I'm thinking, what crazy thing I was thinking when I bought it, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, just to inspire you when you are antique shopping, not to be bragging that I've been antique shopping twice this week, because that was a little, like, should I tell people I went shopping again? But here's the thing, when they have an antique show, they only have it, once a month, and it's only for so many months out of the year. So you only have so many opportunities to go. And auctions, this particular fella only has auctions maybe 3 or 4 times a year that would interest me. So, I can't help it that they both fell in one week. And so yeah, my poor husband, he didn't say much, but he wasn't super stoked about it either. Hey Maria, hi Brenda, hey Kathy, I'm glad you guys were able to join me. Hi Pam. So, the auction I went to is in Rushville, Ohio, and I got Dawn Scott Antique Show on my mind. It is Mike Klum. He has been an auctioneer for years. He's got a really nice auction house. Things go a little high, and then they add on, if you have cash or credit, or cash or check, they do a 10% fee added on to whatever you purchase. And that's usually a standard practice. I think it's 15% if you use a credit card, so it's best to take a check with you. And they honor tax exempt for us who sell things as well. So, okay. So let's show you. I found some really different things, so I thought I would share. So let's start out. First of all, I loved these baskets. I'm not crazy for the grass. It's not old grass, but look at these old Easter baskets, and I love the shape of this handle. Not crazy for the grass, so don't look at that. And this grass, I'm not crazy for either. I tried like crazy. I tried to find old grass. Old grass is very finely shredded, and it was green, but it's very faded now. And I have some in a bag, but I don't have a whole lot. And so I try to just put a pinch in the fronts of my small projects. But anyway, so I found these baskets, and I thought they were beautiful. Love the colors on this one and the colors on the handle. I thought they were great for old. And this one was a green. It could kind of go blue, but it's kind of maybe like a turquoisey color. I think it would hit all 3 of those colorways, but it's beautiful. So I grabbed a couple of those for you guys because they were under $10. So, and then I found this little one that I think I might keep for a little while. It's because it's neutral, and I thought it might be a good way to display some of the eggs that I've crafted over the years. So I think I'm going to keep a hold of this one, and it's smaller, so I'm going to keep this one. And then I found these slats. So here's another thing. Hi, you guys. Hey, Claudia and Donna and Janie and Stephanie. Hi, you guys. Hey, Lynn. Hey, hi. Hi, Susie. So I found these slats. Now, Julie wasn't getting it, but there were 3 bundles of them. And I see so many people do crafts with like popsicle sticks. So picture these as giant popsicle sticks, and you would add them together and then maybe lay a couple this way to hold them. And I thought it would be great sign making backers. So I grabbed 3. I don't know that I'm going to use them, but I thought they would be, it was a great idea. Okay, then I found quite a bit of hardware. And my favorite, I think, are these little plates off of an old chandelier. And there were several of them, but I loved the scalloped, and I loved the brassy, bronzy color. And so I picked these up, and then I picked up these I loved all of the patina on every single one of these. They had a lot of plain ones. They had a lot of brass, but I really liked the painted, really liked these. I liked the look of every one of these. So I got these, and if you know, I mean, I'll do lots of crafts with these, like a button fits perfectly in here, but they also make great little egg stands. You can lay them down and then put your different sized eggs on them, and they do a really good job of holding them. And then in speaking of that, I found these two hand painted ones, and I thought they were amazing. And so I grabbed them for an Easter egg lift. I've never seen them like that. I thought that was amazing. So super stoked about that. I've got some keyhole. I love this one. This one was really different. Never had a square one like that. And then I did pick up just some brass, plain brassy ones, because they're, my thing is so high. These brassy ones, and then I got a painted one, and then I found a fancy one, and then I found 3 of these little ones. And so I picked those up. And then this is so funny. I saw one of these earlier in another booth, and I thought about grabbing it because I thought how cute to maybe put an egg on here and do a little, you know, have a little room to do, thinking like the steampunk that we used to do on these. And I thought, nah, I've got enough egg lifts. I'm not going to do it. And then we were in this booth, and Julie saw these, and she's like, that would make a really cool egg. I thought, oh my gosh, give it here. I saw one earlier, and I thought the same thing, so I'm getting it. So, okay, so great minds think alike, right? Because I should have said something. At the first one, she probably would have said, you need to get... and then I found these 2 baskets, and look at this one. So this is going to be great. So I don't know if I'll keep that other one. I haven't opened up my Easter stuff yet. And then I found this one as well. And these were in the lady that had, well, I think there's 3 ladies that have amazing Christmas stuff. And I got these from one of them. But there wasn't a lot of spring. There was nothing. Like, we were so thinking we would load up on spring and little flocked things, and the chalkware chicks and stuff like that. There were a couple of glazed bunnies and a couple of the candy dish bunnies at the top, you know, the bunnies resting on its basket in glass. There were some of that, but not really what we were looking for at all. So I was so disappointed. But I'm thrilled with what I got, so don't feel bad for me. But it's just, I wanted to do some spring crafting and some Easter stuff. But I can tell you, I haven't opened up my box yet for Easter, but I did bring it up, as most of you know. I keep talking about it, referring to it. But so I thought maybe later we could open up the Easter box, because I still have some Valentine's crafts in me that I'd like to do. But I've got a couple everyday ones that are on my table, and then of course all this new stuff. I'm like, anyway, I want to give you plenty of time to get your minds thinking as well. So I'm showing you these egg stands, but you're probably like, what kind of eggs? The ones that follow me, you guys know, but I do have a lot of new people that don't know. So let me see, Allison, doing good. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Cindy. How do you think that? I don't know, Brenda. Because I'm always thinking. Awesome, Tracy. Well, I'll show you what to do with them. Hey, Norma. Hi, you guys. You like the square? I know, Norma. It's so cool. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, you guys. So I'm going to keep rolling here. Okay, so I showed you the baskets. And then I didn't really super need another fur hat, but yet you always need fur hats, because this is one that I always tell you guys about. See the ribs? So this is going to, like, usually these little strips just pull right up, and they're great for around the bottoms of our Santa, our Santa coats, or around his hat, or whatever you need a little for. Like, most of our crafting is easy and small. And so these are great, and they're already, a lot of them are already coming apart, but it's pre-cut. So what's nice is when you buy a sheet of fur, like a rabbit pelt or something like that, when you cut it, the fur just flies. And so if you can find little strips, like the top of this is like it's not velvet, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, it was this perfectly good condition, and it was $9. So just to give you an idea, I don't usually pay more than $20 for a hat. That's max, and it better be awesome to get 20. But I'll tell you what, you can go on Etsy. You can find some hats on Etsy, but they are very expensive. They're like $40 a hat. So I have a really hard time with that myself. I picked this up. It was I think it was $8.50. A lot of these people take their price tags, which drives me crazy because I need to know what I have in it. And I used to take the time to, as I'd leave the booth, I'd talk text in my notes and say what all I got and how much it was, but I don't do that anymore. I just know that in my heart what I kind of remember. And if I overpay, it hurts and I remember. So anyway, this little doodad, I think probably set on top of a hat. Maybe they wore it like this. I don't know. I mean, there's the tag for it, so I'm not sure. Would it have worked in, I mean, maybe they could have done it in their hair. I'm not sure. But anyway, the reason I got it is these flowers are velvet, and they're velvety. I don't know that they're velvet, but they're velvet-ish. Where are you? Yeah, you can kind of tell. You see that? So I'm thinking there's going to be some crafting that I can do, getting them apart. And then I loved these little doodads on this old netting. So I think I can have some fun. It was springtime. Any other time of year I might not have bought this, but I'm thinking spring. So, and then a funny thing I bought, these were $4, and they were just little straight scissors. There's a guy that's always selling, Pamela, I'm sorry. Maybe try going out and coming back. I'm not sure if that's happening for everyone or not. I should be okay. It's a gloomy day here, so the air is kind of thick outside. Could be. But $4, and I thought these were a lot prettier than those cheap plastic pink ones that I have. But I don't know if they are going to be as sharp, but we'll see. I picked the Halloween. You did that? I'm sorry. That's so annoying. Just go out and come back and catch the replay. It should just click right through on the replay. You shouldn't have those pauses because I'm not showing any pause here. Okay, just as I said it, I got a pause. So I just got a pause, so I'm sure it paused for everybody. Yes, I'm sorry. It's wonky for everybody. Okay, good. I've kind of been waiting all day to go live. Every time I turn around, someone's live. I'm trying not to step on anybody. Okay, well, it must be Facebook because I did see it freeze once here, but that was it. So if you want to go out, you can catch the replay. I'll continue through, and it'll be fine on the replay. So I'm sorry that's happening. It must be, hi, Jimmy Swift. It's your first time. Thank you. So anyway, I picked this up, and welcome to our page. It was $7, and I got it because of doing a creation in the fall. I thought it was great. One thing I did get, I got this ironstone pitcher. It is, it's not even cracked or crazing or anything. There's a few little spots. I kind of wish it was stained and crazed, but what I loved about it was the shape of it. And I brought him in. Was the shape of it, and we were like, Julie and I were like, oh, should I? Because I don't have a ton of room for big things like this, but I absolutely loved it. And she's like, it would be great with your tulips. With tulips. So then I'm telling her about these Real Touch tulips that are on the Amazon thing. I've already told you guys about them. But look how good the tulips are going to be in here once I get them all, bed around and situated. And isn't that going to be great? So yeah, and then I'm thinking right here on the dining room table when I get rid of the fur and all that, and then it's time for spring. So I'm super pumped about that, even though it was one of those things I did not need. I got it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Janie. Yeah, and I only saw that one bleep for me. Okay, this little guy is just a silly thing, but well, you get 30, Cindy. It was almost $22 this year for those. I had yellow ones, and one of my followers wanted them. And so I sold them to her and replaced them with these. So I sold my yellow and I bought these are off-white, and I can give you a link for them if you'd like. But they come in all kinds of colors, and you get 30 of them, and it's $22 for these. Because I was just looking for off-white. Keep an eye out for green and green. Okay, Linda, message me that because I'll probably forget. I don't know who it is. Yes, I'll post the tulips again, Marilyn. They're fabulous. So this guy, he stood. He's not going to stand here today, but he's been in my bag. But he stood on the side of the table holding the fish, and I thought that was really, really cool. And he's super duper old. And I thought, how is he balancing like that? She had him sitting on the end of the table, and I picked him up a couple of times, but he's been in my bag with all of the stuff, so I've got to get it all counterbalanced again. But he's a little wooden man, and he's standing holding a little fishing lure to go fishing, and I thought it was super cute. And my basement is all nautical, so I picked that up for that. I thought he was super great. And then I found some more of these pretty gas vents. Oh, you guys know what they are. I don't know, but I only found a couple of them. And then I found this one for the tops of bottles. This is what this is for, the tops of bottles. So I thought this could set in the top of a bottle, and it's got a handle, or I could put it this way and put a button on each end, which maybe that might be better. But anyway, I thought it was a unique bottle top. And then check out this one for a unique bottle top. This was a porcelain handle, and I thought that was an awesome bottle top too. So we have some bottles we're gonna have to make. And then, if you remember at Christmas time, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Hey, Jean. I'm glad you like it, Mary. Hi, you guys. This is, so picture this on the ceiling, and then the chain of a chandelier coming out of here, and then the chandelier is down here. And I turned this upside down and I put a prism. I put different things in there, little wood knobs. I've done a bunch of these, and made a bell. I put a wood knob on the top, and it looked like a bell. And okay, wait, I'm getting excited. Sorry, wait a minute. Let me say this again. This is, so I did 3 of them in a wreath, just like this, and added the little hang down prism, okay? And then I did like one to put on your cabinet, and I put a spindle type pretty whatever, and glued it to the top, and then decorated it out and made like a bell like that. So anyway, I found this was the only one that I liked, but so I grabbed that. It was perfect patina. And now these are really weird, and I stepped out of the box with creativity, and you're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm not gonna tell you because I haven't done it yet. But I picked up 4 different, again, these were probably, instead of this, sometimes this goes on the ceiling, like this would be the ceiling part instead of this. You could picture both, I'm sure. And so I'm going to do something, if it works. Okay, I picked up 4. So here's 1. Love the patina on this one. Here's 2. I hope I love it because I've got 4. And then here's this one. I'm going to have to take it apart. Maybe. We'll see. But here's this one. And I love, because see, if you picture this, this was hanging, this was your ceiling is up here, okay? And then your light bulb, I'm going to say paraphernalia, right? And then you unscrew your bulb. And so when they've trimmed out the ceiling, they did a sloppy job, but I love that. So I'm so glad. So there's that one. And then this one's the roughest of all, but it's my favorite. So ignore the ugly top part. But look, it still has its chain, and look at the green and the gold and the cream on the bottom. So I'm probably going to take this off and flip it over to make another, so I'll have 5. I'm thinking about it, but I gotta see. I might have. Well, look, I can unscrew this. But there's the light hardware stuff is still in here. So anyway, we'll see. I've got to deconstruct that, but it's gonna be worth the trouble. And I always have my husband around if I could talk him into helping me if I need it. So yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm walking around all my stuff here. Okay. You love yeah, that was my favorite one. So I was glad to find that. So I'll just have to tell you guys, just trust me, and I have something creative coming at some point for sure. I just don't know exactly when I'll get to it. I found a couple of postcards, and they were only $4 each, and they were really great ones. Pretty in the back. Well, this one's pretty in the back. This one doesn't have anything in the back. But I found them for Easter, and I've done some eggs. So anybody that's like not seen stuff and you're curious before I get to show you all my Easter box, I was just on YouTube retitling a lot of videos. There are tons over there. If you type in Easter or type in egg or something like that. I was just looking at, I tried to type in my plaster roses, another amazing spring, hair flying, another amazing spring project, and it wasn't liking the word plaster. So I put textured roses, but type that in the search bar under Tammy Loves Vintage. It's an awesome project, easy, messy, but easy. And when I did my plaster roses, they lasted, I did, I don't even know, I think I don't even know when I did them, but I think that one was the second time I had done them, and they've been outside for years, and in the rain and the snow and the ice and the cold, and they're fine. So you should check them out. Anyway, I'm going to craft with these, and then this one I found some millinery. Now these were $12, which stinks but that's what they are. So if you know anything about old flowers, same reason I was looking for the hats. These are very expensive, and I know the Lily of the Valley, and you know I have some of those. So anyway, but I thought this would make a great spring project, putting these together. And then later, another booth, I found these. They're a little too bright for this, but I love these. These were only $6.50, so that was a much better deal. And then I found this little Valentine locket. Now, it was broken, but my thinking was it was pretty on both sides. So usually it's plain on one side and not on the other, but I think I can get this. I don't know that it's broken. Yeah, it's broken. It's separated. So I'll have two hearts for the price of one. So that's for Valentine something, probably. And then I bought this to make, so the girls in my group, you guys know about our, yeah, Linda, yeah, I do too. Yes, the purple card. Yes, I thought so too, Daryl. Yeah, I know Lily of the Valley. I love them. Thank you, Peggy. See what you're going to do. I know, me too, Linda. I hope they work out. You're right, Jean. But a couple of them can tell that they have bad painters. And then a couple of them can be like, well, he knew he was a bad painter, so he painted the whole darn thing. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Okay, so let's keep going. So this, I pictured, it's velvet, but it's all fall colors, and I was picturing mushrooms, doing mushrooms with this. Julie and I used to buy these scarves. They were old piano scarves. They would have big squares of them with big long fringe, like tight fringe. And these fringe are all little nubbins now. They're no good, but I still had to pay $8. Was it $8 even? Yeah, $8 for this. But I think I can get several mushroom tops out of it, and I think it'll be amazing. So the girls in my group will appreciate this for sure. They know what my mushrooms are, and they will totally get it. Totally get it. So you girls, yay. Okay, so this is another one of those funny things that I just had vision for it. It is an old scarf, okay? And it is all in perfect condition. And it goes like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. But look at all of the little bustles you could get out of this for, you know, the backs of all of the dolls. We can get a whole bunch of bustles. It was $29.50 and she would not take less. She knew what she had was an amazing piece. So I got this. It's going to be amazing. So love that. That was a splurge, but it was one of those things that I knew would, I knew when I left, I would think about that and I think I probably should have got that because you never find it again. So anyway, I got that one. And then I did find a little bag of some lace. There's more lace at the show than there was none at the auction, not one piece. And a little bit of tatting, but that lace isn't that great, but I went ahead and got it. And then I found this is the only handkerchief that I bought, but again, it has that great edge. I love when the edges are big. So when I, you know, stitch this, if I decide to do this with it, look at what a great ruffle I can get for our projects. So it'll be a really cute ruffle. So I like those big, the big, yeah, ignore this man behind me. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Exactly. His desk is here. So, and then I picked up just some small doilies. These are great for pumpkins. You know that. And then this one was just very pretty. I thought it was really pretty, and I know it's going to go in that cabinet on that. I fixed my office supply cabinet. Isn't that much better? So I incorporated everything. I put them all down to the bottom. I added fabric in front, or yeah, behind the windows, so you couldn't see it in there. And so now I don't have to hide that cabinet so hard. Worked so hard to hide it. Yeah, but so I'm going to use this in there. Oh, I did get another. Oh, I didn't even remember these. More wide ones. Good for me. Yay, Tammy. So look. So again, this is really even better because it's so thick, so beautiful. Yay me. I didn't even know I got that. And then this one and this one. So that's all. That's what I look for when I'm looking for the handkerchiefs, is the wider. So that was, oh wait, I got these. I thought these were great to put a button in. And oh, let's see, there's 1, 2, I thought there was only 2, there's 4. So that's cool. So these will be great for a little texture and maybe put a button or a jewel or something like that in here. And then I loved this. This was $12. It was 3 yards, but look at the little balls on it. Absolutely loved it. So most all of this came from the same lady. She always has a fabulous booth, and it's always displayed so pretty. You walk in and you're just like, I want it all, because it's all, yeah, that's true. That's true. That would be cute. And then I'm always looking for these. I'm always looking for these with little snaps and little pins and little things, because they're great for when you're doing your journaling. I wouldn't cut these buttons off. This would just be part of the look. And it's just still a neutral. It's not super blue or super anything. It's just a neutral color. So I grabbed that. And then I thought this was a beautiful, she had these two that are raised. I thought these were beautiful. Lord knows I did not need another doily, but these are really sweet. So I grabbed these. I guess I'm just like to show you guys these things, because it's such a variety of things. And if you go, you can plan on looking for certain things, but you kind of just go and get what you find. It's more of a treasure hunt. So there, because we wanted lifts for our eggs, and we found some. We didn't find anything, sorry. We didn't find anything super crazy. Cool, like that humidifier thing that I found that one year. I didn't find anything super cool like that, unfortunately. Not that I really needed it, but okay. So then I found my old high school teacher. His name is Sam, and Sam always has really neat little things. And Sam had all kinds of like watch parts, which I already have a ton on my website. You guys know that, TammyLovesVintage.com. You guys buy clock faces from me all the time. But so I added more, or I've got more that I can add. And then I found like a ton more from another fella. A little pricier, but look how big, they're bigger and very unique. So I don't know that these will go on the website just yet. These will probably go in my crafting stash. You can't share everything, right? And then I found this necklace, and it was, I was thinking buckles. I was thinking it kind of looked like a buckle, even though it's not a buckle, I know that. But I felt like maybe instead of a button or whatever, I could cut this up and use it for a little pop of gold. Or I was thinking like belt buckles for the Santas. And there's a loop that I could put like black ribbon and make it look like a leather belt. So I grabbed this. Julie didn't think that was, she wasn't impressed, but I thought it was cool. I bought it anyway. And then I found a handful of really nice brass. Those are hard to find. And so, well, one was silver, but the rest were brass, and they were clean and nice. So I grabbed some keys. Okay. I'm going to do a Valentine project with this book. I thought it was beautiful, so I picked it up. It's nothing. The Research Magnificent H.G. Wells. I don't even think it's that old. Oh, well, December 1919. 1915. Someone wrote in it 1919. So 1915, that's old. But I don't know, I thought it was great. It was $6.50. So I bought that. And then this is an old Pennsylvania Railroad system with the old pages. And I thought I could tuck some of these in when I do the, I've sold a couple of the large and a couple of the small paper packs off of my website here lately. So it just kind of made me start looking at the books and things. And this is just a different paper to add to those for you guys. Okay, I found some. So speaking of buckles, so I know some of you have sent me buckles because when we were doing all of the Santas, and then I added one, what did I make the other? Oh, I made the Easter Bunny, and I needed a buckle for my Easter Bunny. And so I bought these old watches to use the buckles and the belts, the bands for a belt. And then these were just tiny. So I went ahead, these were broken. This is how I found them. But look at that one, it's great. If you know what you need it for, I dropped one. Oh, here it is. If you know what you need it for, it's worth it. Now this one wasn't really worth the money, but it's a great little buckle. It's a perfect size, but it's really broken. But it's okay. When I'm desperate and need one, I'll be happy to have it. Do all the pages say railroad? Stations, Carnegie, Junction 1, Glen, Woodville, Bower Hill. It's all of their stops, signals, how the different signals work. It's mostly about what stations they stopped at. Hickory and Branches, no. Just the cover, oh here, the front page does. Pennsylvania Railroad System, $6.50 also. Oh, there, that one says railroad. There's probably some pages that do, yeah. No, Daryl, I've not seen any old paper dolls. I bought some from Michelle at the Vintage Daisy. Haven't done anything with them yet, but I did buy some from her. So there's that. This was a cool card. This is, I think it's celluloid. You guys would know better than me. I never know the terms. But this was a whole card because, hi Diana, I like adding like she would be super sweet to a project. She would be cool. She's cool. So these guys are kind of cute. So anyway, I thought it would be super fun to pick these up. I may put some on the website if I'm not going to use them, but I think I'll keep them for a little while. Let's see, then I did find some crusty jewelry. Now when I look for the jewelry, when I sell you guys, like I just put a bunch of rhinestone necklaces on, I pick nicer things. Like I like it crusty, like crusty, gems missing. Oh, Julie wanted these too. Gems missing, dirty pieces. Like this was a ratted out mess, but I love it. And I don't feel bad chopping it up when it's like this and there's pieces missing and stuff like that. So I did pick up a I picked up a little dice. I forgot about that. Just one is all I could find. So I picked these up. These. So see if I can get up here. So they're a mess, but they look beautiful, but they really are a mess. This one has a bunch of missing, you can see a bunch of missing little seed pearls. This one's just a crusty, it's an old button, but it's very crusty, but I loved it. This one's got missing, it looks like there's 2 missing gems, but that's what makes them have more character. Like again, this one has missing. So I think on the website I think there was 1 or 2 of them that had a couple missing stones, but they were still great. So I put nicer things for you guys than these junky. And look at this. I was so excited to find this because you know what I was thinking. The girls in my group are Santa's, or not Santa's, but snowmen. Look at that little hat for one of my snowmen. Oh, I was so excited. I was so excited. Okay, then I picked up a bunch of little angels. So again, I don't mind looking. I love looking through all of the Christmas, but these are all angels, different little celluloid angels. And then this was in there, really. But the tree will be great. The tree will be great. There's an angel. So I can snip that tree off of there and save it. And then there's a little angel I can throw in with some other stuff. Okay. Then, do you remember years ago, those of you that have been with me for a long time, we made the necklaces out of these vintage optometrist lenses. Yeah, well, I found more. It was I had to decide. It was $199 for the kit. And I went ahead and bought the whole kit, which lets me keep them at $3 a piece for you guys. So I was super stoked about that. It had a couple of, like this one's missing the glass, but there's tons of blank glass. I don't know what I'll do with that. I'm not sure. The only thing I could think was doing some soldering around them, but they're all concave. They're all like different, you know, this, like some are curled more than others, some are flat, but I don't know about this, what to do, but there's a whole bunch of glass. But the only thing I could think was to adhere something to it, but like this one has the bifocal in it. You see, yeah, you can see. And then soldering around it maybe, but I don't know that I can put 2 together unless I found the exact same curvature. I don't know what the right words are, where they would sandwich together nicely. So I don't know, that could be, I'm not sure about that. It was a great auction. It was super great. That was on Thursday, and I've already shared everything from that. I would assume they do, like for testing, like maybe the patient could see which worked better is the idea. Oh yeah, they slide in. Yep, they sure do. So I could make an old pair of glasses. Oh, that one's not sliding in as well as the round. They must need the round ones instead of the oval. Yeah, the round ones are sliding right in like that. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of cool. And so that, and then an empty, this case had these, which these didn't look that old. So I have a feeling someone just threw that in there. What does that say? Oh, you can't even read it. PAS. I don't know. So I'll probably pitch these because they don't look that old to me. So whoops. So anyway, I'll probably pitch that. But then as I was paying him, he says, "You want this thing, don't you?" And I said, no, I'm after these. I want to make necklaces and tie-ons for my projects, like to dangle off of something. Oh, I'm so glad, Shelly. I'm so glad. I hope they got there okay. I was so worried about all of you girls that ordered the wood tops on those styrofoam trees. Oh, I hope they got there okay. I'm sure you can hot glue them back down. Let me know if they didn't. How cute to make a pair. Yeah, that would be, yeah, I'm not doing that. Maria, come on, I'm not doing that. Geneva Optical Company, 63 and 65 Washington Street, Chicago, Illinois. It's a little wooden box. And he said what this is very cool. And he said everyone that's looked at this, oh, I'm so glad. He said everyone that's looked at this wanted the kit for this. And they tried to buy just this from him. So there is old papers in here from Chicago, Illinois. I didn't even open it, but anyway, there's all the original papers and then this thing. And so I'm like, well, what is it? He says you take this off and it measures the curvature of the glass. So for the optometrist to know how much of a bend you needed in your glasses to be able to see better, and it works perfectly. So of course I come home and went on eBay right away to see, and they were anywhere, there were all kinds of them, and they were anywhere from $20 to $40 from what I saw. But I know for sure having that cover and having the box would jack it up a little bit. But I love the box. I'm like, dang, I kind of want to use the box, but I think I got to keep it all together. So I'll probably put that on eBay. I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but at Christmas when you're reading, yeah, yeah, be Mrs. Claus. I'm probably not going to do that anymore, Maria. I had a lady be terrible about that to me, and I just can't get that out of my head. So I'm probably not going to do that anymore. Yeah, she was mean. Mean people scare me. So, okay. So I'm down to my best, what I was thrilled about. Very first thing, we walk in the door and this guy, we walked in the door, we turned right, and right there laying on the floor was this sign. And I grabbed Julie's arm and I'm like, look at that. And it says dressmaking. Now the K and the I have come off, but they're here. So I just need to adhere them down with some wood glue. But it says dressmaking. I know it's backwards for you guys. It's all, oh, you guys, thank you. Let me see here if I can, here, I know how to do it. In this and this. Okay, so now you can see it because I want you to see it too. It says dressmaking. Where are you? It says dressmaking. And I love it. And it is super duper old. All the way around, it is old. So if this would be at the Zor show that you guys know, I tell you, everything is just ridiculous. At the Zor show, even Julie agreed this would probably be $600. And so I was afraid he was going to say $350, $295, maybe I was hoping for. And rather than, you know, there was no price on it. So I just said, how much do you want for your sign on the floor? And he said, how about $50? Needless to say, I couldn't get my purse open fast enough. I'm like, oh my gosh, we can go home now and I'll be happy. That never happens. So the fact that it happened, the very first guy, and guess who the second guy was that I talked to? The optometrist guy. So in a matter of about 8 minutes, I spent $249. That should be a record. Oh, that should be a record. And then I'm like kind of sweating and panicking, like, oh my gosh, you know, I can't do anymore. But then I started finding everything else is little. Everything else I got was little, right? But yeah, I'm sweating even now just thinking about it. Like I'm probably flushing. That was a lot right out of the gate, I gotta admit. I was a little flustered. So I'm a little flustered at the moment, just remembering how flustered I was. So we go through the whole show. I bought all of this stuff that I just showed you. The very last booth, back in where there's usually nothing, but sometimes there's something. This man had signs and they were super awesome. And he had this sign. And I love the colors. It says, I hate when I flip my phone because I can't ever find you. It says luncheons. Where are you? Oh my gosh. It says luncheons. That. Okay. Oh, see, I started the wrong end. So there, lunch. And he said, I love that it says luncheons and not lunch. And I do too. It's super, like it's heavy, heavy metal, like super heavy. It's in awesome condition. And, he had $225 on it. And so I said, oh, I just love it, but I don't think I want to spend that much. And he kept saying, he said, well, it was one of my favorites. I'm going to flip you back, you guys, because I can't do it. He said, it was one of my favorite signs, and I've had it for years and years and years. He said, I probably had it for 40 years hanging in my kitchen. And he said, you know, you just can't keep everything forever. And I just really wanted to change some things out. And so he said, I decided to bring it. And he said, I would do 185. And then I'm fine with that. And I kept saying, are you sure? Come down. It's awfully awesome. So anyway, in the end, I grabbed it. And then Julie, she's like, put my name on it if you ever sell it. So she loved it too. And she didn't say it. She stayed back and let me do my thing and decide, which I appreciate. Appreciate that. We do that all the time. Sometimes she'll pick up something and I'm like, oh, I love it. And you just let her do her thing. And sometimes she keeps it and, you know, goes up, pays. And sometimes she puts it back. And I'm like, are you sure you don't want this? If you don't want it, I'm taking it. It happens all the time with the two of us. And so there's a handful of things that I have Julie's name on in my house. I take everything she's got. I love all her stuff. I did get some good treasures. Thank you guys. Yeah, the best thing about both of these is I know exactly where they're going to go. So, you know, a lot of times you get it, but you don't really know what you're going to do with it. So that's it. Again, we're in my dining room. I know my printer's here, and this box full of stuff is for my upcoming sale. I have my tax papers that the old ones that we need to burn, and the ones to put away for this year, for last year. And then the linens that I have pulled to have in the sale, and then the bottles that still need to go on the website. So I know it's a workable dining room because we don't use our dining room. So we've arranged things to where I can have my crafting room in my office. So I kind of set up a makeshift office for Randy in the dining room. He doesn't love it, but he's a good sport. So he's okay as long as I'm using that room and, you know, it's good, then he's okay. So anyway, so the last thing though that I wanted to show you, so I was downstairs. I'm thinking Wednesday night. I'm thinking Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, not tomorrow, because I'll have Millie all day. And then Tuesday night I craft with Julie. We always have craft night on Tuesday night. So I'm thinking if I can take Wednesday to start setting it up, and I'll go live in my private group first. They always get first grabs of everything, except rarely, maybe 4 times a year I don't go in there because I don't have time or whatever. But I think my plan is to have it all set up and ready to go when they pick the baby up I babysit my granddaughter Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So when they pick her up on Wednesday, I can go live right then in my group. I have to post it yet, but that's what I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. And then the next thing, I wanted to show you one last thing. So I was doing, I was in my fall stuff because of the girls in my group will know the yarn. I needed to pull the wool out to make eggs with what we were doing some mushrooms with. And we didn't make pumpkins. What did we do with them? I can't even think of acorns. We were doing the wool acorns. So I pulled it out because I need to make some bunny heads and some eggs. So I went through my fall box and I thought I'm gonna put some drawers up here where I don't have to go through my decor and everything to get to my fall crafty stuff. I always keep, when it's fall, I swipe the whole house out of fall, put it in my box. I allow myself one box and it goes to the storage. And then my next, season comes out and then everything fits in its box. And anyway, so I've decided it's been super swell having my Valentine, my Easter, my Christmas all here in my craft space. And since I have room to do that, I brought all my fall up. So digging through my fall box, I found her. So when we were talking, if you remember at the auction, I bought a bunch of doll heads and I showed you guys some of the bottles that I made with the doll heads. Now she's not awesome, but she's cute and funny. But she's one of those bigger heads. And I put her on it's on a lid from a can. I opened something and painted it. And then she's on a Christmas tree, a paper mache, I believe. It could be. Oh no, she's on a styrofoam. And then I added a little bit of that of lace, like a bustle kind of lace. And she has her shoulders. And I added the super old beaded necklace. It's kind of in pieces. It's kind of like, it's a little rough, if you can tell. But I loved it. The only cheesy tacky was this. I added a plastic spider to her. Can you see? Yeah, there you kind of got a glimpse of it. But anyway, she was my little witch. I thought she was a cute use for a larger head. I was watching a sale on Instagram and they had some heads and it was that time of year. It was Halloween time. And I thought she would make a really cool witch. So I bid on her. That's the biggest one I've ever had. Anyway, you guys, yeah, a happy widow. I don't know. You always have to come up with creative, different things that you've not seen anybody do when you have your private group. And so that was one of my big ideas. So anyway, one of my bright ideas. So that's all I had. Thank you. You like the spider? Thanks, Amy. Yeah, I was just trying to make her Halloween-ish and not doll baby-ish. I wanted her to be a Halloween. The hat, I probably could have done a better job on her hat. Her hat's not super awesome. It's okay. It's okay. But I could have made her hat a little bigger, I think. But I could pop it off. It's just on a porcelain. She's just porcelain. So I could pop it off. But you can find those heads. They are on Etsy. The larger ones, they're a little more expensive, but you can get them. And I pay up for them as well. I probably paid $30 for her head. I remember cringing a little. I think it was like 25 or 26, and then they had shipping on top of that. I can't remember, there was sales tax too, but that's probably about right for the big heads. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I will, no, I can't part with her yet. I just made her this last year. So, no, I can't part with her yet, but I'll go back through all the comments and I'll write your name down and I will put your name on her. And if I ever decide to sell her, I'll reach out to you first. That's usually, I have people's names on my stuff all over my house. So, like Julie's name on my sign. So anyway, I'll go through these comments later, you guys. But thank you for watching. And I always love sharing my treasures with you. I feel like it inspires you when you are out and about, even just at Goodwill, and you see a pile of watch bands, or whatever. Maybe you want to pick something up. And you probably saw that stack of scrapbooks laying there. That was from the auction. Anybody that saw that video, I just haven't touched them yet. They're so messy and fall apart-ish, and I don't know exactly. I had a lot of you want me to do printables. I've never done that, so that would be something I'd have to research how to do it. And then I found so many from Zanesville, Ohio, which is where I live, and I couldn't believe it. And I need to see if I can figure out how to loosen those and get those away without destroying the one behind it, because they put a piece, some on one and some on the other. So, yeah, I think Wednesday night, Brenda, I'm going to go live in the group first, after they pick Millie up, and then I will come here with whatever I have left. So it just depends on how many people. There's about 80 people in my group, so they won't all be able to be there, I'm sure. But that's what I'm thinking is later. So it'll be later in the evening here, and then we'll do the group first because I didn't do that the last time, and I felt kind of bad after I did it that I didn't share with them first. So anyway, that's kind of the deal. When you're in the group, you get 15% off everything in my website. You get put in a drawing for our monthly giveaway, and you get first grabs at our sales. And I try to get firsty first on all my ideas, so it kind of works out like that. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. I always love sharing my treasures with you and hope to inspire your creativity. We'll schedule our dinner. Okay, Bridget, I'll let you know, but that's what they usually pick Millie up about 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. So, yeah, so I'll go live in the group. Her nap time's so crazy. I try to put her down at 2. And she sleeps for a couple of hours because they're always texting me. She's still asleep, she's still asleep, she's still asleep. So I'll try and push it, as early as I can. So I'll do the sale in the group probably between 4:30 and 5. So it'll take an hour. I'll figure it'll probably take an hour to get through everything. Yeah, it's $15 a month. It's at TammyLovesVintage.com. It's the same name as my page. Everything is the same name as my page. So like if you want to go to YouTube and look up any of my old projects, just go to TammyLovesVintage.com or Tammy Loves Vintage on YouTube. TikTok, I have a bunch of TikToks at Tammy Loves Vintage. And Instagram, I'm Tammy Loves Vintage. And I said all last year, I was trying to get up the nerve to do the stories on Instagram. I don't know why, it just feels so weird. But I want to do them because to do a live is a lot of prep work and getting ready and all of that stuff. So Wednesday evening, Jackie, I'm going to go live in the group. You're in there, so if you can catch me Wednesday, I'll go first in the group and then I'll come out here to the page. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, at Tammy Loves Vintage. So whatever you're looking for, you can Instagram's Tammy Loves Vintage, and then my website, just add a .com and you'll find it. But yeah, the group is $15 a month, and you get everything that I've ever, I've got a lot of reels, Linda. I've got those. I just feel like I could do stories all day long. Julie was like, you should be storing this we were at the auction, and then we were up at the show. You should be storing this. And I took a bunch of pictures, but it's just weird walking around talking into your phone and people are looking like, you, who are you talking to? I don't know. It's just weird. And then when I'm home, it's kind of like, who do you think you are? I don't know. It's so weird. So, but I love watching stories because people go on stories like in the morning when I'm brushing my teeth and doing my makeup and all that. I'll put on stories because it just goes on and on and on into infinity with whoever you're watching, and you don't have to swipe to the next one and swipe to the next one. Like TikTok, you watch one and you have to swipe, and if you don't swipe and you're busy brushing your teeth or whatever, it just keeps playing over and over and over. And I like it to keep moving to the next one and the next one without having to push it. Like reels, you have to push it. So that's what I like about stories, and I can just go on and talk and say a 2-minute, hey, look at this, or what do you think about that? So I really want to do that this year. So Instagram, I really want to do that. And I think Instagram shares to Facebook, and don't know if it shares to your personal or it shares to your business. I don't know. I'm so bad at all this stuff. I'm so bad. Sparkle Room has something going on here for spring, and the girl, Chris, writes in there, hey, everybody, change your nickname to your business name. Oh my God, I don't know how to do it. So I'm watching, like, Lindy did it, and Dina did it. Like, everybody's like, okay, zip, 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 and everybody did it. And here I am, like, I'm trying, and I'm pushing every button I could find, and nothing would pop up nickname. I almost changed the name of the whole group by mistake. I didn't do it, but I almost did. And then, so then Chris says, so I finally confessed, I don't know how to do it. And then she said, go to the business name and tap that, and then you can change your nickname there. So I did that. It didn't. So I'm like, I hated to be so dumb. So then I reached over and I tapped the pictures of her and Kathy, and that's where it was. It was under their pictures. And so then I went back and I was so excited. I'm like, I did it, yay. So, I'm such a dummy. So I don't know. I'm in my own head all the time, you guys. So, oh, Lisa, and I'm leaving. I'm just saying goodbye to everybody. Hey, Maureen, I see you guys. It is a lot. It's a lot to learn. So when you girls are like, I don't know how to do that, or I don't know how, I'm like, I totally get it. Call me with your credit card number. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine, because I get it that you don't know, because I don't know either. So, yeah, I know, Jackie. I was so excited. And of course, everybody's giving me laughing faces on my comments. So anyway, okay. Well, I can put this stuff away, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the evening. I'll fix some dinner and put this stuff away, and maybe I'll go live. Not in the group. I've done enough in the group this month. I'll probably, if I go live, it'll be on my page. I don't know. I'm not promising. We'll see. If I end up with nothing to do, of course, I got to answer all these comments here. I just sit and do that. During COVID, I wiped out all the invites to the teacher. Oh no. Oh, I know, Maria, but I am when it comes to like electronics and this kind of stuff. I am very bad. So anyway, yeah. I try though. I will say I do try. Julie, she works for workers' compensation, and she does like spreadsheets and all that stuff all day long. So she set up for my group, she set up a spreadsheet, and she did my painting business and all of my employees and stuff that makes it so I can do the job. What I liked about it is instead of going to Excel and try to change my ways to an Excel sheet, she said, show me what you're doing now, what's working. And then she made it work for me. She's so smart. So anyway, then she's like, and so now you can do this and you can do that. This was last year she set it up for my group. And she's like, and then you can do this, you can do that. And I glazed over. She was telling me how you sort and you can alphabetize everybody. I couldn't do that. So the whole year, like searching through everybody's names. It was great though, having the spreadsheet of it and every month who paid and who's in and who's out and what's happening. It was wonderful. But yeah, so I gave her my computer for taxes this year to make me a new thing. And she's like, it takes me 2 minutes. I'm there every Tuesday night. Just remind me and I'll sort. So I've already had some new people this month, and so she's gonna have to sort and put them in order, because that sure was nice when I had to sit and put everybody that had paid for January. It's just so nice to be organized. It's so nice. So anyway, I work on it every day. So you guys have a great day. Thanks. Boy, did I get down a rabbit trail. Every time I say goodbye, I go down this rabbit trail, and I don't know why. So have a great night. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm going to put all this stuff away and then go fix some dinner. So we'll see you later. Bye.